Alright, it's stuck in run, and no matter what you do, it won't change. It says the vehicle's not in park, and no matter what you do, it won't turn off, and you can't change gears either. I'm headed to my brother's house because his Chrysler 300 isn't working, it's not starting. So I'm gonna head there and we're gonna see if we can figure out what's causing it. This is the beast we gotta get going. It has a few problems, but we need to figure out why it's not starting. Ooh, look at all the flies and bugs and guts on there. Alright, it's stuck in run, and no matter what you do, it won't change. It says the vehicle's not in park, and no matter what you do, it won't turn off, and you can't change gears either. Right now I'm not able to communicate with the TCM. Okay, so what we're gonna do is check the fuses for the TCM. Lost communication with TCM again. TCM, okay, so we're gonna check the fuses for the TCM and see what's going on. Yeah, I don't see it on this one.
Yeah, 15.
We're gonna check out this fuse. 29. Good. Turns out the TCM is inside the transmission on this. So I had to take out the bolts for the cross member and support it on a jack, just so I could reach my hand in to get to the connector, which is in there. Alright guys, this is the closest thing that I could find to a wiring diagram that is accurate. According to this diagram, it's fused through the same fuse that the transmission shifter is fused by. The circuit begins at fuse 2, which is in the rear power distribution center. And then the wire comes from there and it goes to the front distribution center into fuse 29. That's the fuse for the transmission shifter. So it's saying that they share the same fuse. Alright, so if we take a look at this, we see that we already checked fuse 2. Fuse 2 is good. So we know that part's good. So we're going to move to fuse 29. I checked fuse 29. The fuse is good. I also have voltage there. And I checked the connector at the shifter module. That also has power there. So there is a connector there between the transmission control module and that fuse. It could be a connection there. I don't know what connector that is yet. So what I'm gonna do is unplug the connector at the transmission, and I'm gonna make sure that there's that ground and a power above. So 13 for power and 14 for ground is what I'm gonna check. I can't even really show you because right there, that's where it goes in, and you can't even get a finger around anything. You need to lower these bolts, and of course the cross member's stuck to the transmission mounts. But anyway, I did manage to get to the connector there. You twist it off and pull it out. And I'm just gonna make sure that there's proper power and ground here because I don't have any communication with this. If there's power and ground, then that means this is good. And if there's no power or ground, then we gotta find why. All right, so we're gonna check for power on pin 13 and we're gonna check for ground on pin 14 on the transmission connector here. All right, so I pulled the connector for the transmission up here so we can test it. Okay, so I think I have no power or ground. Let's see what I have, no power or ground. So I figured out we're supposed to be getting power on that wire there. And we don't have power there. So I just connected a little jumper to power. And now it's reading the transmission control module. As you can see, it's reading the gear selector, what it's in. When I go to start it up, it starts now, of course, which is the best part. So I just need to figure out where that wire is broken. I had no wiring diagram to help me with this, so unfortunately I had to drop down the transmission to get room to get to the connector and everything. But I did discover that this is the power wire that goes to the transmission. So you can disconnect this connector here. And once you disconnect the connector, you can just try to read voltage at that red and purple wire. If you have voltage there, then that's good. If you don't have voltage there, then there's something wrong. It turns out this is the connector I just showed you. So on one side I was supposed to be getting power, but there was no power on the one side that I was supposed to get it. As you can see, the power goes that way, but I wasn't getting power going down there. So what I did to test my theory to see if it would start is I put a bridge between the positive battery wire and I bridged it over to that wire by the connector. And of course, once I connected that, the TCM was communicating with the rest of the car again. So there's definitely something going on with the connection there. I'm not sure how it's connected. I couldn't find the proper wiring diagram for it, so that's why I couldn't really dig into where exactly stuff is going on. But I worked with what I could work with. We were able to get it working again, so that's what matters at the end of the day. Alright, so to quickly review it, we had power coming through both of the fuses, and it was going up to the module at the top there, but it wasn't going down to the bottom. So how I fixed it was I soldered in a wire on that side of the fuse at the front distribution panel. I ran the wire to the other wire near the connector that I showed you, and I also soldered that. And now it's fused in on the same fuses that it normally would be. Damn, look at that. Alright, we're in the rig and we're about to see if it works. As you can see, it probably does. Oh my god, it's hard to see out this window.